Okay, so they also have this relationship too, right? And this is confusing because, we used A for area, but now we're using it for amplitude of the wave. Okay, so just, keep in mind what that really means. So what they're talking about here, this A, this amplitude of the wave, is say you've got two different waves, right? Here's a low amplitude wave. Here's a high amplitude wave. Okay, so the amplitude literally is this. Okay, if it's an electromagnetic wave, it would be the maximum intensity of, say, I think the electric field, but there it is, right? Okay, what they're saying is that if you double the amplitude, then you quadruple the intensity. Now, the reason for that is that it has to do with power, and power has to do with energy, right? And if you look at the energy of a simple harmonic oscillator, and that's when waves go by, the particles oscillate simply and harmonically. They oscillate simple harmonically. How do you say that? I don't even know. But anyway, remember that the energy of an oscillator depends on its amplitude squared. There's that same square right there. Okay, so really they could have said x naught squared or something like that, right? Okay, so the important concept is if we double the amplitude, then we quadruple the intensity because we quadruple the amount of energy because it depends on x squared. If we triple the amplitude, we will nine-tuple. What's the word? I don't even know. Multiply by 9, right? 3 squared is 9. Okay. Now, the second principle, too, is that there's a principle of superposition. So if two waves superpose, remember that the resulting wave is the vector sum of those two waves, right? So in these examples, and this is where the only place I've seen this, except for like multiple choice questions, okay, the only place I've seen this is when they talk about double slits or triple slits or quadruple slit or something like that, right? So the intensity due to one of a double slit arrangement is I naught. What is the intensity of the central maximum of interference pattern when both slits are allowed to constructively interfere? Well, let's draw a picture of this, right? So here's our screen. I'm sorry, these are our double slits, right? Here's our screen. Remember that there's an intensity at the center right here, right? There's a pattern right there. Now, if we block one of these slits, the intensity is I naught, right? But if we have both slits shining on that same spot, well, what's going to happen is it's going to double the amplitude. Well, if you double the amplitude, doubled squared is quadrupled, right? So the answer is that if you let both shine on there, it's going to be 4 I naught because the amplitude doubled, okay? 2 times the amplitude squared is 4 times the power, okay? Per unit area. That's what intensity is. Okay, anyway.